Everybody for the night. So I want to share something with y'all, right? So I just got off of work. I just got talking to one of my clients, and I want to share something that I shared with them. So what I shared with them was this: is that like life is I compare life to a laundry cycle, right? Check it out, because you got the pre-wash, you got the wash, and then you got another wash, and then you got the rinse cycle, and then you got the spin cycle, and then you've done like a lot of people try to skip cycles to try to skip certain things in their life, and that's not how that works. Like everybody has stages of their life that they must go through, because it's there to teach you something so you can become whatever it is that you're supposed to be in the end. You understand what I'm saying? But see, what happens is this, is that we go through the pre-wash, we go through the wash, we go through the other wash, we go through the rinse, and then a lot of people get caught in that spin cycle. I mean, some people been in the same spin cycle for years. Have you noticed that? See, what happens is that once you go through that spin cycle, like a lot of people keep letting people spin the block, spinning the block on yourself, spinning the block with the same old people, just spinning the block. Get out of that cycle. You got to get out. You got to get out of that cycle. And then it's like after the spin cycle, that's when all your clothes are done. You take out the clothes, you put on the next load. The next load is the next chapter in your life. A lot of us cannot get to the next chapter in our life because we're in the spin cycle. You got to get out the spin cycle. And that's what I have to tell my client. Like, I get a lot of flack at my job because how I'm talking to y'all is how I talk to them. Like, I have a different approach with everybody because everything doesn't work for everyone. However, I'm still going to maintain and be Alexis 409 all day. We're one and the same. I have to do that because you got to understand that, I want to see you do better. I want to see myself do better. That's an everyday thing. And if you want to get out that spin cycle, that's an everyday thing. You got to practice. That's not, you can't take Tuesday off because you feeling some type of way. Now you got to show up. You got to show up. Stand up. You got to show up. You understand? Life is like a laundry cycle. You understand? Listen, I was stuck in a spin cycle for a while until I had to get up out of there. It doesn't serve you. You keep wondering why you keep dealing with the same problems or the same person, different face, or your same inner demons. It takes courage to confront and acknowledge what's really going on with you so you can get out of that spin cycle and you can load your next chapter in your life. A lot of us can't load the next chapter in our life because you're stuck in the spin cycle. That cycle is over. You done spent your clothes out. They are dry. Dry. You don't even need no dry. You might as well hang them up, stand up, hang them up. That's it. It's what you gonna do. Stop being stuck in your spin cycle, man. You ain't got to be there. People choose to stay in that spin cycle. If you've been in the spin cycle for 10 years, for 5 years, for 10 years, for 15 years, for 20 years, for 25 years, it's you. I'm here to tell you it's you. It ain't nobody else. You can't blame anybody else. I feel like it's once you encounter the same lesson. You know what's so crazy? It's not so crazy about life. You know the one thing that I hate about life? The one main thing that I hate about life is that you will always get the test before the lesson. I think that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of in my life. I swear, like, I be in here, I be out everywhere. I be talking to myself, but I don't be talking to myself. I be talking to God. Like, it be like, wow, bro. Like, really? I call God bro sometimes. We have a very good relationship. So it's just like, I just be like, oh my goodness, like, why do I have to always get the test before the lesson? Like, school did me wrong because it's like they would give you the lesson and then the test. You understand? And that's how life is. I hate that about life, but that's what it is. Like, stop trying to skip certain cycles in your life. You need those cycles to teach you, but you're not supposed to stay in those cycles. You got to get those clothes up out of there after that spin cycle so you can load the next chapter of your life. All right? 49.